What's going on, everyone? It's Greg back with some more MIR4, and today I just want to give you a quick run through of the Demoniac Mine. And so this is definitely, when you hit the level that you can access it, is quite hard. So obviously at this point it's quite easy, but I do want to kind of talk through some of the mechanics and stuff like that. If you are a little bit weaker, on the weaker side, you know, you might have to work together with your team on these mobs. They do hit kind of hard. Other than that, you know, up until the point you get to the boss, you just have, you know, mobs, lots of mobs in some cases, and you know, a little mini boss, which honestly aren't too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll probably fast forward up until the point where we fight the bosses, and we'll talk about the mechanics there. Alright, so we are getting down to the boss fight, and if you're on the lower end, watch out for these well, either way you need to watch out for the lightning. I don't know, for whatever reason lightning on these bosses just hurt. So you know, I generally try to avoid them. I guess it's probably not as bad for me now in here, but early on, jeez man, that thing will kill you. So first thing you're going to get spawned is some little minions over here. You have to take care of those. Early on, again, it was hard. You might have to be careful to reset the boss. We definitely reset the boss early on by accident, so you need to take care of those quick and make sure someone stays on the boss. Next step you're going to have is these two I would call them mini bosses, but they're not very mini, but they are like two copies of the bosses that have like a set amount of HP. It's just like 99k HP. You need to take those out as quick as possible. Maybe try to keep them separated from the boss if you're not high enough. As you can see here, this team is quite advanced, and we could pretty much AFK this at this point. And I don't know why I keep opening the menu. So then we get another little round of minions. It's pretty straightforward. You need to watch out for the lightning. You know, as usual, dodge the different mechanics. Like you got that like I don't know, he like blows his breath right there, or whatever he does. You know, watch out for that. This stuff don't really hurt me at this point, but make sure you guys are working together to not reset the boss. Do not pull the boss too far away. That's what you want to avoid. So I think that's about it. So we're probably about to take it out here. I'm gonna go ahead and smack it up and maybe take out some of these other little suckers. All right, he's debilitated again. Debilitation, I love debilitation. Get some free licks in. There we go, it's beat. So I know I just made this look, well, we made this look really easy. I promise you it's not that easy if you're trying to do this maybe like in the 40Ks to 50K. So keep in mind the mechanics. You got a quick run through here what they are. If you're on the lower end, like, you'll get those little mobs before you actually get the bigger mobs. I mean the boss copies, and there's only 2 of them, but they do hit pretty hard, so be careful. Make sure you have a plan worked out for that. And if you need to dodge, run in circles. Do not reset the boss. You know, that's the last thing you really want to do. Hope this was helpful. You know, I know it's a little bit later in the game, but there's still like people coming in new to the game, so I wanted to make sure that people at least could see the mechanics before they get in there and probably make a good choice. If you were thinking about it, I'd say hold off until maybe like 45 to 50k and have a party of close to 50k, so that it just a little bit easier. And one thing you need to keep in mind too is level matters. Level makes a difference in this game in terms of damage and evasion. So I've noticed that while I could take some hits from some very high mobs, I do a lot less damage to them and they evade like crazy, so it's hard to hit them, and vice versa. Like once I'm like 10 levels above, they hit me like, you know, flies. So you got to keep that in mind. And even though like the mechanics behind, you know, damage reduction and stuff like that, I believe everything is compensated for on the back end. There's a lot of stuff going into those calculations, and you need to fight things that are within your level. So keep that in mind when you're fighting these bosses. If you're more than 10 levels below the boss, you're gonna have trouble. You really are. So keep that in mind, and hope this was helpful. If it was, hit that like button, put a comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions or anything like that, anything else I can help you with. And as usual, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I gotta be honest, like 90% of you are not subscribed who are watching my videos. It would help me out tremendously if you would go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I post new videos, turn those notifications on. And I will catch you guys in the next one.